Yeah. Oh, hi neighbor. It's good to see you. Well, it's your host Weston Scrivener, and this is yet another episode of Grillin' with a cup of coffee. As you just did see, rather. I was taking a sip of this nice, freshly hot made cup of lovely coffee. Let me see if I can take another swig. Still hot to the touch, but still so good. So, let's see what's grilling today, shall we? Alright. Gonna set my cup of coffee down and let's open up to see 5 delicious patties on yonder grill. See the flames dancing. See the texture. Feel it. Smell it. Sense it. Just bask in it for a little bit. Just, yeah. Let's take another look. And then I'm going to tell you about what I'm going to talk about for a little bit. Let's just appreciate the smoke rising and the brownness. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So those will go for maybe a minute or two longer. And I'll try to keep this short, as opposed to my last video. Let's talk about that though. My last video was about 20 minutes long. Partly because of everything that's going on, and I think it's partly cool that it was around 20 minutes when I published it, because here it is 2020. This one I want to try to keep shorter, and to do that I'll fill you in on some details of what's been happening in my life since. So, for example, I've been doing a lot of yard work. This is partially because I have a genetic condition called IgA Deficiency, which basically means that my immune system is pretty sucky. Even whenever I get a common cold, I'll be out of commission for basically a month, and I need very strong antibiotics to get back to some measure of health. So I've been staying at home this summer, out of a personal and social kind of feeling of responsibility. So, yard work. I've been doing a lot of weeding. I've been doing a lot of other related tasks. Like, I actually moved a tree that was over there-ish. It's kind of this pine tree. Moved it up the hill and planted 4 bougainvilleas. Have been watering them daily. And while I'm on that subject, let's use that as a metaphor. Yard work. What things in our life could we be tending to as if it were a yard? What thoughts could we weed out? What trees could we plant? Food for thought. Some other thing I've been doing while I start taking these delicious patties off the grill. Now let's take a moment to yet again appreciate. Yeah, I think they don't look too much more brown, but that's a good thing. I'm going to start taking them off. So what else have I been doing? Well, lately school's started up again, so I've been trying to take care of a lot of administrative tasks with regard to that. Like, for example, the regular Disabilities Resource Center counselor I had actually retired on me, and so congratulations to her. But also that means I just now learned about it. So I finally set up an appointment for a new DRC counselor this upcoming Monday. So then I can finally get my accommodations for this semester straightened out, which would be very nice. But I'm still finishing up the administrative part and starting the actual learning, and I'm really excited. I've got 5 classes, and I think this is my actual last semester before I decide to go to 4-year university, and hopefully I will be admitted into CSUSM to pursue a Bachelor of Arts in Literature and Writing Studies, after which point I hope to get in as a humanities, English, or history teacher with the Department of Defense as an educational assistant. So we'll see about that. What else? Oh yeah, I've started running. That's mainly because of a health course or 2 that I'm trying to do. But honestly, let's use that as a metaphor. Running. So honestly, again, to say that word, one of the toughest things for me when it comes to exercise is loving the exercise itself. So lately, to motivate myself, I've been kind of listening to theological and philosophical, political, those sort of podcasts. And those usually help me to get through things like running, which I don't necessarily like doing. But I hope at some point, at the end of this semester, maybe I can start to appreciate running for running itself. Maybe I don't even need a podcast eventually to kind of get through it. We'll see. I love the podcast anyway. And this isn't to say that I don't love the idea of running, that I don't love the idea of working out a lot. It's just I find it difficult, the consistency of working out and getting forms correct and so on and so forth. Another reason why running has been difficult is because I grew up with asthma and other medical issues, which would make it difficult to engage in such strenuous, fast-paced cardio activity. So after years of treatments and being in the Boy Scouts, trying to get better at walking and hiking and backpacking, I'm hoping to actually focus in on running and become better at that. So I've started uploading some workouts to the app Strava, and we'll see where it takes me. But right, I said let's use it as a metaphor. What things in life do we have that we don't really want to do but probably should be doing? And what sort of things can we do to kind of distract ourselves while we go about those goals? This is a very rough time for all of us, and that's probably just stating the obvious, but maybe we should rest in that a little bit. I've had a feeling since this thing started that this would be like a period of Sabbath, and that's a word that means to rest, but also to pause in basking in the glory of life, as well as everything that makes us insecure about life. So I guess my last encouragement is it's okay to be feeling laggy or to be feeling insecure, to be feeling emotionally haywire. Perfectly okay. And I want this to be a space where you can come and rest in whatever state you're in, because I guarantee you I can probably relate to. And I want to do my part to make this world a safer place. So for people going through things just like I am, or whatever you're going through. So, with that having been said, I've got to bring this to a close, bring in some of those delicious patties, drink some more of this fine coffee, and then I'll give you the usual ending benediction. So good. So, without further ado, as your boy who's deconstructing but still tending to become an ever better friendly neighborhood Christian Buddhist priest, I'm signing out for now, but I wish you the very best. May the force be with you, and may the odds be ever more deeply in your favor. And here's a newbie. Aloha, hakuna matata, and namaste. Take care, y'all.